students, welcome back to our SST classroom. Now students, in the last class we have started our chapter, right? That is lesson number 4, weather and climate. And students, in that we have seen the difference between the weather and climate. So what is weather? It is the day-to-day condition of atmosphere, right? And what is climate? It is the average weather condition for a place that exists over a long period of time, right students? This we have discussed in the last class. And also we have discussed that weather of a place does not remain constant, right? It changes every day, but the climate of a place remain constant over a long period of time. So this difference we have studied in the last class. And also we have started the factors, right? Factors that determine climate. So in that what we have discussed? We have discussed that distance from the equator. So students, you know that the sun hits the equator more directly, right? So what effect do you think this might have on the climate of areas near the equator? Yes students, now we'll discuss about the distance from the equator. So last class we have discussed about the distance from the equator. So what we have discussed in that, the sun has a major influence on the climate of a place. So students, the area along the equator gets direct heat from the vertical rays of the sun, right? And thus is hotter than the other latitude, right? We have discussed that the place near the equator is hotter or warmer, and the place away from the equator has cold climate as it does not get direct sunlight, right students? So as we move away from equator, the rays of sunlight become slanting, and this makes the climate less hot. So you can see here in the picture students, the place near the equator is hotter and the place away from equator has cold climate as it does not get direct sunlight. So this we have discussed in the last class. And also we have discussed about the height above the sea level. So what we have discussed about the height above the sea level? Students, the height above the sea level is called the altitude of the place, right? So students, as we go higher, the cooler it gets, right? So places at higher altitude are cooler than the places located at lower altitude, right? So this picture you can see here in the picture. So at the lower altitude temperature is high, but as we go away, as we move higher and higher, the temperature becomes low, and we see that the place is cooler than right students? We have one example. We have learned the example of Bangalore and Chennai are almost on the same altitude or almost on the same latitude, right? But Bangalore is much cooler than Chennai because it is above 3,100 feet above the sea level. That's why Chennai is located almost at the sea level. So this we think we have discussed in the last class, right? Bangalore is more cold than Chennai. So what is the reason behind that? That it is located at the higher altitude. Okay students? Now, and also we have discussed about the distance from the sea, right? So students, the place closer to the sea are neither very hot and nor very cold, right? Whereas places far away from sea have extreme climates. So we have one example, that is Delhi is very cold in winter and very hot in summer because it is far away from sea coast, right students? This we have discussed in last class. And all students, in summer the breeze from the sea cools the hot air on the land, while in winter The warm breeze from the sea prevents the air on land from getting cold. So students, sea breeze is warm because water cools down slowly, right? That is why Mumbai, which is near to the sea, experiences a moderate temperature throughout the year. So this we have discussed in last class. Now today in this video we are going to discuss about the direction of the winds. Right students? Since today we are going to discuss the next concept of the factors that determine climate. Today we are going to discuss about the direction of the winds. So let's start. Students, winds influence the weather of a place depending on the place of their origin. Students, the winds coming from cold region decrease the temperature of the region. Right students? Whereas the winds coming from the hot region increase the temperature of the region. So we have one example over here. Delhi is hot in summer due to dry and hot winds that blow from Rajasthan. In winter, cold winds from Himalayas make the northern India very cold. So the wind is influence the climate. Understood students? So wind coming from the cold region decrease the temperature, and the wind coming from hot region increase the temperature, right? Students, the wind coming from the sea make the region humid, right? We have an example, Mumbai, right, which is closest to the sea. So that how will be the climate? The climate will be humid. Okay students, hope you all have understood about the directions of the winds. Now we'll discuss. Now students, let's start with the next concept, that is humidity. So what is humidity? The amount of moisture or water vapor in the air is called humidity. Students, humidity also affects the climate of a place. In some of the place, the humidity is very high, means amount of moisture in the air is very high. So what happened because of that? When the air have lot of moisture in it, so we sweat very quickly, right? Because already it is filled with lot of moisture or water vapor. So we feel very uncomfortable, right student? Students, winds blowing from sea have lot of moisture in them. That is why places near the sea such as Mumbai and Chennai are very humid. The rainfall that a place receives also depends on the level of humidity in the air. Okay students, I hope you all have understood about the humidity. So students, because of humidity in the air, it causes rainfall. The amount of rainfall and the season when it falls influence the climate of the place. So I hope you all have understood about the humidity. Now students, in the next video we are going to learn about the next concept, that is a heat zone. By the time what you have to do, you all have to read the textbook and underline all the important points. Thank you.